Story 1. Oops, all appetizers. You take all the frozen items that aren't enough for a full serving or meal in and of itself and cook it all up. 3 chicken nuggets, 1/4 bag of fries, and 1/4 bag of tater tots, 3 half-broken mozzarella sticks, 1/4 bag of pizza rolls. Story 2. I keep a bag of store-bought tortellini in the freezer exactly for this. It takes 10 to 15 minutes to boil, and you just throw on whatever jar of pasta sauce you keep in the fridge. Story 3. Couscous and reheated frozen roast vegetables. They sell them in bags in my local supermarket. I always keep a bag in my freezer. Takes about 5 minutes. Story 4. Frozen lasagna goes straight into the oven before it's finished preheating. Yes, it takes over an hour, but so does taking a shower, getting prepared for the next day, feeding the pets, sorting the mail into a stack I'll look through in 6 months, and a stack I need to look at sometime this week, along with tossing in a load of laundry. Oh wow, an hour went by quickly, and the lasagna is done. Story 5. Chickpea and vegetable curry. Chickpeas from a can, frozen vegetables from the freezer, jar of curry sauce. While that is heating up on the stove, put the rice in the rice cooker. 15 minutes and food is ready. Story 6. There's a Chinese takeout place across the street from my neighborhood that still has reasonable prices, so I often go there. I end up eating from there more than I probably should. Story 7. I'm in Vancouver, Canada, and years back, one of our local newspapers published a cookbook titled 6 O'Clock Solutions. It's a brilliant combination of reasonably priced, easy, quick, and tasty recipes. If you can find a copy or its successor, More 6 O'Clock Solutions, I'd highly recommend it. Story 8. This is why you keep cheese, beef jerky, bread, and peanut butter or jam in your house. Takes a minute to spread some apricot jam on a slice of bread. Or just make a ham and tomato sandwich. Story 9. I make a super quick charcuterie board. Salami, cheese. I usually have apples or bananas in the house. I always keep olives and dates in the house. Olive oil with a splash of balsamic in it, as well as salt and pepper. Then either my husband or I will stop on the way home and pick up a loaf of bread. If we don't feel like picking up bread, we always have crackers in the house. I always have salami and cheese in the house. Story 10. Hot dog. Want something delicious? Hot dog. Want something gourmet? Hot dog with gourmet toppings. Want something fast? Hot dog in a microwave. Want something slow cooked? Hot dog on a low barbecue. Want a wrap? 2 hot dogs in a wrap. Want some fiber? Hot dog with sauerkraut. Want cheese? Hot dog with cheese. Tube meat is the ultimate in food delivery, and the hot dog is the ultimate tube meat. I say again, hot dog. Story 11. Oh man, this just happened to me like a month ago. A family of 4. My wife and I were too tired to deal with dinner and just wanted some takeout. The kids wanted sushi, so while we were looking for places, I remembered I had an old Benihana gift card for $40. We've never been there, so we looked up the menu online. Surprisingly, there's no pricing on their online menu. No worries. Figured $40 should almost cover 2 meals, so we'd really only be paying for the kids' stuff. Brother, we made a mistake. Let's just say that after the tip, we could have got delivery 2 nights in a row for the whole family. And if I'm being honest, it really wasn't worth the cost. Edit. Oh, I just realized I misread the prompt. Blue bagged chicken from Aldi, basically breaded chicken strips. Bagged Caesar bacon salad. Some sort of wrap. A handful of fries. Air fry the chicken, mix the salad, and put both on the wrap. Story 12. Grilled cheese and tomato soup. I always keep Kraft singles in the fridge. I know it is not the best, but I do not care. It is great on burgers and in grilled cheese. Campbell's tomato soup is not high quality, but it hits the spot too. I grew up on that stuff and it makes a great, cheap, comforting dinner in 10 minutes. I will eat healthy another time. Story 13. Spouse soup. Takes about 15 minutes to make. 1 14-ounce can diced tomatoes. 1 14-ounce can cannellini beans. 1 14-ounce can of vegetable or chicken broth. 12 to 14 ounces frozen mixed vegetables. Green beans, carrots, peas, etc. Spices to taste. Mix the diced tomatoes and broth in a saucepan and put it on to boil. Add spices. I use about a teaspoon of oregano, an inch of basil, maybe some spice mixes from barbecue rubs which I like. Again, it's to taste. Drain and rinse cannellini beans. Measure mixed vegetables. When the tomatoes and broth start to boil, add beans and frozen vegetables and stir. Bring to a slight boil, then back off heat and let it simmer for about 5 minutes. We have cheese and crackers on the side with it. Serves 2. Story 14. Tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwiches. Chipped beef on toast. Clean out the fridge leftovers night. If none or not enough, it becomes mystery freezer package dinner. Story 15. Rotisserie chicken. You can make a sandwich, a quesadilla, nachos, eat it by itself, a salad, chicken salad, roast some vegetables, have it over rice, make a quick broth. It is quick and the options are endless. Story 16. Quesadillas. Just throw butter in a pan and grate some cheese for the tortillas. Add some canned meat if you feel like adding protein. Takes just a few minutes. Story 17. So, this is going to sound pretentious, but dried pasta and frozen pesto from my garden. I make enough pesto to last a year. This year, I made 3 quarts and froze it in individual portions. Story 18. Pasta. Always pasta. My kid's current favorite is with a bechamel sauce, which only takes about 3 minutes to make, and if we have some leftover chicken, I toss that in the sauce as well. Throw some vegetable steamer bags in the microwave and bam, everyone is fed. Story 19. I always have a rice cooker that cooks rice every day, so I would go with rice, egg and soy sauce, salad, or toast with peanut butter and protein milk tea. Protein milk tea. Your favorite 3 tea bags. 200 milliliters of hot water. Steep for 10 minutes, then let it cool off. I prefer it at a warm temperature. Mix with vanilla whey protein and your choice of sugar. Personally, I like to use agave syrup, honey, or maple syrup. Story 20. Thaw something from the freezer. Chili, soup, roast chicken, and so on. Instant rice with frozen vegetables and canned beans. Pasta with cheese sauce. Make burritos with leftovers. Canned tuna sandwiches. Story 21. Tostadas or French bread pizza. We pretty much always have the ingredients, or it involves running to the store to buy bread or maybe mozzarella. Both are cheesy, warm, and satisfying. Story 22. Trader Joe's soup. We keep a couple of the Tetra Pak containers of their roasted red pepper soup on hand and heat it up. Throw in half a bag of their vegetable melange with grains or harvest grains blend, and make a couple of pieces of toast. Story 23. Toddler tapas. Crackers, cheese, nuts, dried fruit, grapes, whatever can be carried to the coffee table and snacked on until an episode of Veep is over. Story 24. Tuna melts for sure. I start with canned tuna packed in olive oil, add a little chopped onions or celery or nothing, sometimes a tiny bit of relish, mayonnaise, top it with provolone, and put it in between whatever bread we have, and place it on a skillet and heat until the cheese melts. It's always so satisfying and yummy. Story 25. One of those already roasted chickens, add a few vegetables to steam and a quick carbohydrate like macaroni and cheese, rolls, cornbread, or rice-a-roni. It takes less than 15 minutes, and it includes vegetables and protein, and there are leftovers for lunch the next day. Story 26. Title: Fake, Homemade, Chili Recipe. Start by getting a can of Southgate chili from the Dollar Tree. Pour it into a pot. Then fill the can about halfway with water and add that to the pot as well. Next, mix in a hefty amount of salt and about 1/3 to 1/2 of a packet of McCormick taco seasoning. Mix everything together and let it boil for a few minutes on medium heat. And there you have it, a delicious meal for 2 that tastes like something homemade, despite being made from about $3 worth of ingredients. Story 27. Whole Foods dinner for 4, $27. Salmon, green beans, fingerling potatoes or rosemary chicken, mashed potatoes, and green beans. Huge bang for a small price. Does feed for. Story 28. Cajun shrimp over rice. Recipe: throw a stick of butter into a skillet with red pepper flakes to taste and a tablespoon of chopped garlic. If you are feeling fancy, chop some onion or shallot and add it in. After a minute or two, when everything is browning, Add in a bag of frozen peeled, deveined, tail-off shrimp. Allow it to cook. In the meantime, make minute rice in the microwave. Once the shrimp are pink on one side, flip them over and add Cajun seasoning to taste. I do at least 2 tablespoons. Cook until the shrimp are pink all the way through. Add salt, pepper, and butter to the rice. Mix it up and put it in a bowl. Top with shrimp and pour some of the butter sauce over the top. It's delicious and takes less than 10 minutes to get on the table. Also, it has very few dishes to clean up. Story 29. Spicy tuna salad and golden rice. Tuna, 4 cans tuna. Half a cup mayonnaise, Kewpie preferred. 4 tablespoons sriracha. 2 teaspoons rice vinegar. Some chopped scallions, optional. Rice, 2 cups rice. 3 cups water. 1 stick butter. 1 tablespoon ginger. 1.25 teaspoons turmeric. 1/4 teaspoon cayenne. Substitute any hot pepper. 1 teaspoon salt. Chopped scallions, walnuts, pineapple, golden raisins, all optional. Cover the pot on high heat for 3 to 5 minutes until it boils, then 10 minutes on low, and let it sit off heat for 10 minutes. Dinner for 4, with plenty of leftovers for lunch. Bon appétit! Note, despite previous claims of having no time to cook, as someone who does a lot of cooking at home, 30 minutes is manageable, and I'll gladly wait out that length of time, especially if it covers lunch for another day or two. Story 30. Applegate Farms chicken breast tenders, priced at $12 for a bag, and chopped romaine hearts at $3 a bag. Cook the tenders, cut them into small pieces, and make a big salad. Shred a carrot and add any leftover vegetables in the house, such as a spare pepper or leftover cabbage. Use the dressing we have or make homemade with apple cider vinegar, water, a splash of maple syrup, salt, pepper, garlic powder, and lemon juice. This can easily feed 4 people, and the salad is large. Add shredded cheese if you have some and like it on your salad. We use a shredder instead of buying it pre-shredded. It takes 25 minutes to cook the tenders, and while they're cooking, we get the salad and dressing ready, then chop the chicken. It's easy and satisfying. Story 31. Burgers. Preheat the toaster oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit and cook for 20 minutes. Toast your rolls and spread a little truffle butter on them if you have it. Otherwise, the peanut butter sandwich is a classic for a reason. Story 32. We have sandwich melts sometimes. If we have lunch meat and cheese, we just make it a melt and have chips or grab a bag of chopped salad at the store to go with it. Sometimes we make a quick taco salad with ground meat or leftover chicken. We always have a bag of tortilla chips, lettuce, cheese, salsa, and whatever other toppings we like. We use pie plates for our taco salads. It's just the 2 of us, and that's something we eat a lot of. Story 33. Spicy lentil soup. 2 cans of lentils and the canning liquid, 1 can of crushed tomatoes, 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of chili flakes. Bring to boil and simmer for 2 to 3 minutes until piping hot. Add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce and cracked black pepper to taste. Serve with a generous amount of bread. Story 34. Double pack of instant ramen, sliced onion, and bacon. Takes less time than frozen pizza. Also, I usually cook extra rice so I can get something versatile going fast. Scrambled egg, rice, grated carrot, soy sauce in less than 8 minutes and it's solid. Or even just rice plus grated cheese heated in a microwave is actually really solid and was one of my broke foods in college. Another quickie is fast pizza. Butter in a skillet. Tortilla in and flip to brown and stiffen. A couple of spoonfuls of pasta sauce. Grated cheese, poor quality Parmesan. Top with chili flakes and pepperoni. The cheese should melt. Serve to spouse. Pop another one on and get ready to be snappy because the second goes quicker. You can also just have a plethora of breakfasts. Peanut butter and jelly on toast. Eggs and toast. Toasted bagels and fruit. Cereal. Store-bought pre-made blueberry muffins and juice. Slice of Danish. I love a good cheese sandwich as well. Nice Italian bread. Some sliced sharp cheese. If you want to get fancy, you can pour some olive oil and add crushed garlic and red pepper and dip the bread in. If it's summer, I'll sometimes have raw corn as a snack and then have some fruit later and then realize I've skipped dinner. Story 35. I had dental work done today and wasn't up to cooking a full meal for the children. So they had pretzels, cheese stick, lunch meat, strawberries, blueberries, and a dollop of Greek yogurt. But we always keep microwavable Kraft macaroni and cheese cups in the pantry for this very scenario. It does the trick. Story 36. Salmorejo. This is Spanish tomato soup. It's eaten cold like gazpacho, but you can heat it up if you want to. Take 1 bottle of tomato passata, breadcrumbs, Progresso Works or old, hard bread, for garlic cloves, extra virgin olive oil, kosher salt, and wine vinegar. The proportion of olive oil, breadcrumbs, salt, and vinegar is to your taste. Assemble in blender. If you are using pieces of old, hard bread, you might need to soak it in the tomato passata for 5 minutes and blend. The consistency should be slightly more liquid than oatmeal, but you can adjust to your taste. Once you get it how you like it, you may add your favorite topping of choice. Bacon bits, crumbled goat cheese, sour cream, or a chopped, boiled egg. It's done in 10 minutes if you have everything in hand. Story 37. What is my favorite? We ran out of time to cook, but I don't want fast food or to spend $50 on 2 people dinner choice. You know it, the classic fridge surprise meal. It's like a cooking game show where the prize is a delicious dinner made from whatever's left in the fridge. Just mix anything together, call it a fusion dish, and bask in the glory of having created a gourmet meal out of last night's leftovers and half a jar of pickles. Bon appétit. Story 38. Aglio e olio and cacio e pepe sound fancy, but are so quick and simple. If I'm really lazy, I'll make buttered noodles. Just be sure to add some pasta water to it to emulsify it into a sauce. If you're really in a time crunch, scrambled eggs and toast are hard to beat and very quick to make. Story 39. Skyrim dinner. Buy that discount Italian bread after work, some cheese. I usually do whatever is also discounted for quick sale, usually Gouda or Brie, and honey or fig spread. I usually only need to buy the bread.